Hello there, teacher and their classmates. I'm Dayana Zambrano. This is my ID card. See, and for today, I'm going to talk about an interesting topic that all students around the world needs to avoid it, and it's about plagiarism. I'm going to talk about the types of plagiarism, uh, how be aware of it, and also how to avoid it. Well, here's a definition by Oxford University, and it says that plagiarism is presenting material or concepts from another source as your own, with or without the original author permission, by integrating them into your work without proper credit. Well, in other words, plagiarism is about taking another author's work and passing it off as is your own without giving the proper credits. Here, there are some types of plagiarism. The first one I'm going to talk about is the direct plagiarism. What is this about? This is one of the most common forms of plagiarism and one that students sometimes do without the knowledge that they are doing something wrong. This refers to copying and pasting words directly from another authors without giving the proper credits. Well, I would say this is the most common one. When a student does a work or investigation, obviously they need to investigate something more of their minds, and they just copy and paste another ideas of another authors. Just copy and paste without giving the proper credits. This is a very common of the students does about plagiarism. Here I have an example. Here the student just copy and paste a fragment of an author work and just copy and paste without not citing them anything, just copy and paste. That's plagiarism. Another one is self-plagiarism. What is this about? This is one of the plagiarism in which students do not realize they're also plagiarism. Plagiarism is not only done towards other authors, we can also do it to ourselves. This plagiarism deceives the reader by presenting work that has already been done and passing it off as new. Here I have an example. This is about our students which makes a work before and now presenting it as is new. This is another type of plagiarism. We can take fragments of our last work and cite ourselves and make them making the get know that the reader that this is a fragment on a word that we have done before. So it's always important to cite, even if we want to take some parts of a word that has been done before by ourselves. This is important. Now we have collusion. What is this about? Cooperation with someone else in creating an academic work that is not approved. This happens when two students meet to do and present the same academic work. This is different from meeting to brainstorm ideas or exchange opinions. Well, here I put an image that explains how collusion works. There is nothing wrong if two students want to meet or gather to do some brainstorms or exchange idea. But when two students gather to do the same work or even copy the same work, that is plagiarism. And that is not professional and ethical, because students, this happens a lot in high schools when students don't have the time or they are very lazy to do their homework and just say and talk to another classmate and say, please work me your homework, and that's it, just copy and paste. That is plagiarism. Now we have the mosaic. This type of plagiarism is about taking the same words without any type of paraphrasing from a work by an author or several authors and joining them as a mosaic, which creates a current effect. Well, here I put an example that indicates how this mosaic plagiarism is. This is basically when a student takes some words here, I put it in colors, and just put it together to make a current effect. This is basically plagiarism. Just copy and paste and just change it to another place to create a current effect. This is plagiarism. Here you see original text and plagiarism. It's just copy and paste some words. Just put it in another place. Now we have cloning. Cloning is a type of outright plagiarism where the person takes word for word and even large text and use it without giving credits and sometimes change the original author. Well, this is basically copy and paste. And this is almost the same and a little bit different about direct plagiarism. Direct plagiarism is about taking some fragments or part on an author works without giving the credit. But cloning is literally cloning an author's word, just copy and paste from the beginning to the last word and not giving the proper credits. Even some students change the author names and put their names as if they done the whole work, but it's not like that. It's just 100% on word, just copy and paste from the first word to the last word. Here's an example. Here, copy and paste, and that's it. That's a very severe type of plagiarism. Now, how we can be aware of plagiarism? Well, plagiarism is fundamentally a legal and moral issue. Someone who presents copy material is practicing learning with the intention of making a profit from it. Plagiarism could even cause your college or professional career by being fired or expelled. Well, this actually happens, and a student can be expelled or a worker can be fired when we don't give the proper credits to an author. Just taking some investigation, some words on an author without giving the credits can be put us in a very critical situation because we don't know if the author of the work can even finish us or make a case of some copyright issues. Yeah. How we can avoid plagiarism? Here I put some a summary brief of how can be aware of the academic fault we are committing by not recognizing and learning how to give the corresponding credits to the work we use. Well, one of the best ways to avoid plagiarism is cite the author's words that we use in our investigation or work. Citing them in part of a bibliography or citing them in text part or form is very, very important. Also, we can also paraphrase their words. Paraphrase is basically changing the words, giving it speaking or making the idea of the author with another words, with our words, but not changing the original idea. Paraphrasing is not changing or adding some ideas of us. It's just changing the words of the author. That's all. And also, we can also use a plagiarism checker. It's an application so we can upload a work, and this checker is going to show us where is the plagiarism and what we are doing wrong. This is very important for the academic works. It's very important to being aware of what we are doing wrong with the help of a plagiarism checker. Here I have the bibliography parts. This is how about we can avoid plagiarism, given the proper credits of some parts of the author that we took. Here, as we see, I take some parts of the definition of plagiarism by University of Oxford, so I give him the right credits. And also, I guide myself from that guide that the teacher Bibanco did, so I give him the proper credits. This is about how to avoid plagiarism. Just give the proper credits and be very respectful to the person who did this, did the work. That is my contribution about plagiarism. Thank you so much.